Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Profitz Club. So today we're going to talk about the stock market performance, and I typically look at three different ETLs in stocks. So SPYs being one, which is the S&P 500 ETF, QQQ, which is the Nasdaq ETF, and Tesla. The machine, it's been on a tear right now, but we'll start out with the calendar, what we're seeing this week. So this week is fairly short because we had a holiday on Monday. So the Fed chair, Powell, he speaks, actually gives a testimony tomorrow and also on Thursday. So be on the lookout to what happens because when he speaks, the market listens. So we need to make sure that we be on the lookout in case there's something that he says in testimony that could cause the market to react. So be on the lookout for that. All right, so let's begin with looking at the charts. So I'm starting with SPY. So for today, this is how the stock actually performed. I'm looking at three different things. So right now, I'm looking at the volatility band. So this is our Profitz volatility band. And I'm looking at also the market trend oscillator. So this tells me when the market is oversold or overbought. And I'm also looking at the supply and demand zones, which are this green line and this gray lines up here. So looking at how SPY opened this morning. So when the market opened, it actually fell down, spiked down all the way until about 9:30. So from 8:30 to 9:30, we did see on a fall until it reached this demand zone. This demand zone was right at 345. Which was established back in, let's look at when the point of interest. So this happened on June 15th. We did establish this supply zone, and we see that it held today, this morning at 9:30. It did touch that supply zone, and from there, buyers stepped in. So this is the price that buyers stepped in, and also I'm looking at that the market was oversold. And then we also see that it was below the green line, which is our lower volatility band. That let me know that was a good opportunity to either buy the stock or buy some options if you do options. But this was a good entry point at this point when it reached this supply zone at 345. So from there, the demand zone, we did see that the market actually recovered and we made our way back to around the 200 EMA, which is this orange line, and we closed right at that 200 EMA. We did finish a negative 0.52% and slightly down post-market, but it basically went sideways today. We didn't see too much, but we did recover some of the losses that we've seen earlier this morning. Now, moving over to QQQ. Similar to SPY, although we did have a spike up at the open, it touched this supply zone. The supply zone was established early in pre-market, but then once it touched near that line, the upper volatility band as well, it did fall and it made its way down to the lower volatility band right at 365. And then from there, we did see a recovery and it made its way back to around the 200 EMA. To where it closed in that zone all the way into close. So it did recover some, and basically the day was flat. So we ended up closing negative 0.28% and slightly down at post-market negative 0.7. So yeah, it's basically a flat day, and if you were able to catch this when it touched that supply zone here, and then it fell down all the way to the lower volatility band, that was a good opportunity here to buy calls or buy into the QQQ and ride it all the way up until the end of day where it closed right at the 200 EMA. All right, that's QQQ. Now moving over to Tesla. So Tesla did have a lot of action today and ended up closing up 5.34%. And still going. It's actually up 1% post-market. But if you look here, it's basically traded around the 200 EMA, which is this orange line, and it constantly was found support at that line. So if you see here, it opened and it spiked up, and then it did do a pullback, but it did find support at the 200 EMA, and it ended up closing. See it here as well. It did get close to the 200 EMA, but it ended up closing up 5.34%. So it was a very good day for Tesla. I do have a long position on Tesla, and I continue to hold that. But as Tesla continues to go up, I do think it's very bullish right now. And there's a lot of good things to be proud of when you're looking at Tesla if you're holding that stock. But I do like the stock. So, all right, guys. I'm hoping everyone made money today, and I'm hoping we all stay blessed, and happy trading.